Welcome to another back of the net recording. This is for helping you with indices, and there's two types of indices. There's the evaluating a number, or writing the value of, and there's also simplifying. So the first thing we're going to look at is writing down the value of something. These are generally quite easy questions. And first of all, write down the value of 10 squared. Well, 10 squared is equal to 10 times 10, which is 100. There we go. Had it been 10 cubed, we would have done 10 times 10 times 10, which is 1000, etc. The number here, the indice, is how many times you times this number by itself. That wasn't the question, so I'm just going to get rid of that. Write down the value of this sign, 49. And you should all know that this sign here is the square root of 49. So what times what gives you 49? And of course the what must be the same. Well, if you're struggling with that, think of your square numbers. 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 4 is 16, 5 5s are 25, 6 6s are 36, 7 7s are 49. Whoops, fell upon it there. The answer is 7. On the non-calculator paper, it will always be a whole number times by itself. On the calculator paper, you'll need to be able to use the square root button on your calculator, and you'll press square root button, and in this case I've done 4, then 9, and then the equal sign. Okay, the last one, write down the value of 2 to the power 3. That's 2 times 2 times 2. Well, 2 times 2, be careful because it's not 6. 2 times 2 is 4, times another 2 is 8. There we go. You have a go at these two. Press pause. Welcome back. The square of 6 means 6 squared, which is 6 times 6, which equals 36. Part 2, 2 to the power 4 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2, 16. Okay, that's the more straightforward evaluating. We're now going to come to some simplifying. So first of all, simplify t to the 6 times t to the 2. That's t times t times t times t times t times t. And I'm timesing that by t times t, which is t times 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 t, which is t to the power 8. If we're multiplying, we add these indices. That's a golden rule to remember. So 6 add 2 is 8. So you could have written it out like that. It's okay if the numbers aren't too big. If they get big numbers, you run out of space to write them. Or you could have written t to the 6 times t to the 2 is equal to t brackets 6 plus 2, which is t to the 8. Okay, for simplifying here, we've got 8 times by itself 8 times. I'll just do this, it takes a little while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're dividing that by m 3 times. So the effect of timesing by that one is cancelled out by that one, that one, by that one, that one, by that one, and we're left just with m times m times m times n times n, which is m to the 5 on the top. The other way to do it for division is, say, if we're dividing, we subtract the indices, so m to the 8 divided by m to the 3 is going to be equal to m to the 8 subtract 3, which is m to the 5. Okay, finally I've written my extra one in here. I've written this in because it's quite a toughie. If you get more than one letter and some numbers, you just treat them as their own things. So just do the number bit first. So 8 divided by 2 would be 4. A squared divided by a to the power 3. Well, that will be 2 take away 3 is minus 1. So a to the minus 1. And then finally, b to the 5 divided by b to the 2. So it's 5 take away the 2, which is 3. So that would be your answer. You may have written, if you cancelled it in a different way. But either way of those two is perfectly fine. Okay, some questions for you here. Press pause. Welcome back. Okay, the first one, c to the 5 times c to the 6. It's timesing, so we add the indices. Equals c to the 5 plus 6 which is c to the 11. Okay, this one. We're dividing, so subtract the indices. E equal to e to the 12 subtract 4, which is e to the 8. And finally here we're timesing. So we do our numbers first. 3 times 2, 6. A to the 3 times a to the 2 with timesing, so we add those indices. That's 3 add 2, 5. B, well that's just a B there, that's B1, don't forget. So that's 2 add 1 is 3, so B 3. And that's the 1 as well, so C1 add 4 is 5. Question done. And a final one for you, so very occasionally comes up, so I thought I'd put it in there for you to check out. Have a go at that, press pause. Okay, it's asking us to work out the value of this, but it's saying give your answer as a power of 6. So I'm just going to say 6 to the 5 times 6 squared divided by 6 to the 4, and simplify that to start with. Well, 6 to the 5 times 6 to the 2, it's timesing, so I'm adding those indices together, so it's 6 to the 7, divided by 6 to the 4. Now I've got a division question, so it's a subtraction, so it's going to be 7 take away 4. That's equal to 6 to the 7 subtract the 4, which equals 6 to the 3. Now I could do 6 times 6 times 6 and work out what that is, but it's actually asked me to leave it as a power of 6. So my answer is simply 6 to the 3. Okay, hope that's been useful to you. Do come back and watch another Back of the Net video. Thank you.